It's not very often you see a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old ready and eager to learn, to give up a week to go somewhere else to learn a trade. So they're doing it. They're here. They're giving up their time learning. So we're going to try and give them something cool to look at, Good morning. We're here on day 1 on project number 11 of 2022. I'm super excited. We saw this in the winter time and came up with our idea. What we're going to be doing is putting in our medium pondless waterfall. That's a minimum of 15 feet in length. I'd like to see 5 drops coming in there. At the start of the waterfall is going to be where that bench is right now, and we're going to make it so that we can put the bench back there and you can still walk and sit down by it and see the water coming out by your feet. It's an old existing pond, that's why we were called, and through conversation we found out that they like to travel and that they would rather not take care of fish. So that's why a pondless waterfall is perfect for our clients here, because they can turn it on and off however they like. This week we're excited. We got some people joining us. They wanted to learn. So through the Aquascape Academy, Jesse reached out to me and we met each other at the academy, said, hey, I'd love a chance to learn with you guys. And we put out our schedule and he said, I'd love it if I could send a team to help you during this project. It's our medium. This is one of our more popular packages. So it's a real good one for people to come in and learn from who don't have much experience with doing water features. So we're gonna throw it over to Elliot and Josh here with Valley Vision out of, say the area again, I'm sorry.
We're in the northwest suburbs of Chicago.
And the phone number?
It's gonna be 847-401-8156.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. So that's Elliot with Valley Vision. They're out of the north suburbs Chicago area. They're going to be spending the week with us just to soak up whatever knowledge they can. As for now, I'm going to throw it to Brad to kind of do some B-roll, because Brad is awesome at that. And we're going to kind of set up and start setting up aqua blocks and come up with our plan. Awesome. Man, how cool is that? My team is teaching new people our craft. It's really awesome for me to see Aiden being able to teach it to the other guys, and hopefully they understand some of the things he was teaching them. So we're gonna ask, while they're in the hole digging, what they've learned. What you got, Elliot? What do you learn so far?
I know that for this type of basin that we're using, we gotta go at least 22 inches and then 7 down for the pump.
The vault?
Yeah.
That's because we use the extension, yep. Awesome. Josh, you ready?
Yeah, some of these rocks are stubborn, man. You have to use different tools just to get them out.
Awesome. That's great. That's a really valuable lesson. And we had that tool that we needed, right? And how nice was that? He just had to go to the truck. Earth axe, pitch thingy. What is that called? Pickaxe. There it is. All right. Awesome, guys. Well, we're just working on the basin right now. Like he said, you dig in the pump housing vaults 7 inches lower than the aqua blocks. They'll level that out. It's about a 4.5 by 3.5 foot hole. Then we'll fill in with various sized gravel. We'll get rid of some of their dirty stuff in there. And then we get creative after lunch. Brad's putting in fabric, so those guys had to go take a lunch meeting, so we're gonna go over how we install our basin real quick. Right now Brad's doing what we call a dry fit, so he's gonna try our 3 blocks with our pump housing unit in there just to make sure everything fits the way we planned before we take the time to put all this liner and fabric in there, because it's easier to change that way. All right, Brad's continuing on with the dry fit, so we've got 3 in here. There's gonna be horizontal and then 2 horizontal. Yep, and the boot would be this way. Yep. Yeah, if that fits. All right, so we get our geotextile fabric. Geo, put it down.
Need
All right, now you want to step it in nicely, pulling the liner from up top, from where you might have excess, stepping it into the deepest spots. Just making sure you have enough of this fabric everywhere. The main purpose of this geotextile is to stop roots from growing in and trying to penetrate the liner. I also have the belief that it helps the rocks slide around on top of the liner. So when we go to put the liner on, this being under there is just a nice barrier. So if there is a rock that we didn't quite get out or didn't know is there, when we put rock on top of it, it slides around a little bit more instead of causing a friction hole right away or a big old gap hole. All right, once we've gotten a good spot where we got the geotextile up all over the space of the basin, we come in with what Brad's working on right now, the liner. All right, so as we've gotten more and more experience with this, as the years gone on, we've gotten better and better at trying to hold that fabric up. So the guys are gonna lift it up over and then let it kind of fall down into it. So see how Justin's kind of trying to hand it up over. Now Brad's getting in there carefully, and he's pulling it from the high points. You just want to make sure you have enough liner for a couple of things. One, we have enough liner for the whole basin, that it's all nice and covered. Now they're going back around to make sure we have fabric everywhere, because it does have a tendency to fall in. Just there, as they were doing it, the wind picked up right before they had to drop it, so go figure. All right, so now Brad does another layer of fabric underneath the aqua blocks and underneath the pump housing vault, just to be safe. So vault goes in first, then go the aqua blocks. All right, once you have your aqua blocks in, Brad's got them in a nice spot. One last one to go in there. We use these 6 small aqua blocks. We really like the way that overlaps the boot when you do it this way. Boom, boom. All right, so now after this, we'll backfill a little on the backside with some gravel and dirt, fill in the other pockets with gravel, different sizes, and then put a little layer of gravel at the top, so all of that's locked in, so we can start building our waterfall on the top of that. It's gonna look awesome. Lunchtime. Man, this has just been really fun for me today. I got my team teaching these guys. I've been crushing it, pushing it hard here. It's been like my 3rd week in a row straight here, and I had to take a nap after lunch. And the team kept on rolling, kept on teaching, and kept on making sure these guys were getting a good education while they're here. These guys have been working hard with us here, helping out wherever we needed. And now Brad's giving a lesson on how to strap a boulder and how we like to pick out the frame rocks. So I'm pretty pumped. Justin picked out these frame rocks, told me what his idea was, and I said, that's a good idea, let's do it. So here we are doing it. Do it for the end of day 1 here on project number 11 of 2022. Man, it's been a fun year. I have met some really fantastic people. Today is exactly the same. We've met some really cool people that are here to help us and to learn from us, and they have been working their butt off the whole day. We got a lot done here for day 1, and I am just so incredibly proud of my team and grateful for the guys that are around us and surrounded in this team that is Pond King Water Gardens. Today you got to see Aiden teach a lot, you got to see Brad teach a lot, you got to see Justin teach a lot, and it was so fun for me to be able to step back to let my team do a lot of the teaching, because they were able to teach it, and by the end of the day, Mr. Elliott here was already strapping boulders and getting them ready, and he was already picking out some of the boulders and what the water might do. We're going to call it the end of day 1, and we're going to ask Elliott and Josh if they had a good day and if they're excited to be here and if it's worth being away from their hometown to spend a week working with us. What do you guys think? Oh no! Oh, do you have to take that?
No, it's okay. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun today. It was a super informative day for me, for sure. I actually get some hands-on experience here, and it makes it a lot easier to go back home with more confidence in trying to build waterfalls and even doing maintenance on people's housing and stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. And Josh, how you feel?
It's just all the confidence that you're building up here, just learning all the stuff from you, your team is just awesome.
Okay. Oh, thanks for your care and hard work, guys. That's going to do it for the end of day one. How awesome is it that people are spending a whole week here to learn from our team? I love it. We'll be back for day 2 tomorrow, and we'll show you even more. Thanks for joining us. I am Nick the Pond King, and this is our channel, Pond King Water Gardens, where we're just showing you that water features are fun everywhere. This time it's right here in Burnsville, Minnesota. I love my job. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's the start of day 2 here on project number 11, 2022. Holy cow, things are going great this year. I'm so excited. Today we get a pass on our trade to Elliot and Josh out of, what city again? I keep forgetting.
The northwest suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah,
So
northwest.
we do like Algonquin, Wheeling, those areas.
Where's the actual shop?
In Wheeling.
Wheeling.
Yeah.
So you're out of Wheeling, Illinois.
Yep.
All right, so they're out of Wheeling, Illinois, servicing the northwestern side of the Chicago suburbs. They're awesome guys. They're dedicated, they're caring, they are paying attention to what they're doing. They were here right before 8 a.m., so I like to see that. They had smiles on their faces, ready to go. It's not very often you see a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old ready and eager to learn, to give up a week to go somewhere else to learn a trade. So they're doing it. They're here. They're giving up their time learning. So we're going to try and give them something cool to look at, huh? Just like our clients. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is just going to continue working on the waterfall, showing these guys our trade. And it's so fun because, well, if you've been following our YouTube channel, we just started the YouTube channel back in 2019. But we started this business back in 2007. I actually started building in 2003. So next year, I hit my 20th year in the field of building water features. I've been blessed to say that I've been able to focus on water features the whole time, and now we've become experts at it. So it is very fun to be able to do this. Right now, the guys are working on the MT85, trying to get that up and running for us, and we're gonna just pick boulders and start moving it along in the back. Thanks for joining us. This is the start of day 2. I love my job. Right now, Brad's teaching Elliot about what we call giving that rock a little bit of English. Just like in pool, you just got to give it a little nudgy nudge, make sure you're not making any pinches, and help that rock get the turn you want. Sometimes you just need a hand touch to do it, and they're doing that right now. At the top of the hill, we got Josh, strapping boulders. You doing it, Josh?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah? Looks like you remembered. All right. 17, quick learner, hops right in there. It's awesome. Got some really cool things happening with this waterfall. We've got 3 drops already. Real tight area right here. That's gonna look cool. Water's gonna swale around in here, but we're gonna have it carry over this way and fall down this way a little bit. Got a cool rolling waterfall. It's gonna roll over this. That's acting as a frame rock at the same time. Love it. Then we got another one that's acting as a frame rock and a cool pinch waterfall. So this guy's gonna come through, pinched in tight. Now we're gonna do a little bit of a wider area. And that's gonna look cool. Yeah, and then we'll do the one behind you the way it is too, please. Now we wanna make a cool turn effect, so we can come out in this area. Over here. Sweet. All right, even though we're working on project number 11, we thought we'd take a fun little lunch break to take these guys that are from out of town to one of our largest project. So we're gonna have a pizza party at Ron and Bev's house. If you haven't watched that one, go follow this link, this card up here. That'll take you to the final reveal episode. It's a 4-part episode, 5-part episode, but the final reveal one is probably what you want to spend the most time watching. But we're gonna go show it now, and then we're gonna give you a little bit of a tour of what it looks like this year in the middle of the summer. Let's go check it out. Looks good. Oh, wow. Six and a half feet deep.
It's so deep.
Yeah. There's nothing I love more than a well-loved pond where they're adding to it. They're loving it. It's just such a compliment to us.
I just wish these fish were big
Baby
enough to
fish. Oh, they will be someday.
keep. And I've seen, check out the shark. You see
I
the
know.
shark?
Look at the shark.
They are so cool.
This whole thing is so cool. Look at, you got a school of fish.
Oh yeah.
Ron, do you love it?
I really love it.
Good. Do you swim in it a lot?
We have quite a bit. 5 kids in the pool that day, pond that day. They call it a pool every
Fantastic.
now and then too, so.
They love it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome, Ron.
Yep.
There's so much to see. Oh, this is so cool. This is
They are
important for
downright-
the guys to see
They
it
are
too.
downright schooling.
Oh my gosh.
That's most of them right there. And these 2 bigger koi, they're called the blue koi. Sliver.
Thanks for the pizza party, Ron.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
We did buy the pizza though.
That you did, but I supplied the party.
As always.
But if you did go too far, this would start to like slip out, start bulging up, and that's over tightened. So you have otherwise, if you over tighten it, you'll hear this pop,
Yeah.
and it's kind of done for you. So just don't want to do the attachment for your plumbing. Just do another good size needle. And this is regular thread.
All right, Josh, how'd your day go?
Went really well. I learned a lot of new stuff today. Learned how to food. Just amazing day.
Yeah, what'd you think of the lunch party?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Pizza here.
All right, good. And Elliot, how do you feel the day went?
I felt like it went really good. I think we progressed a lot from yesterday.
Yeah? What'd you learn the most today?
The plumbing actually was super informative. I was able to actually genuinely figure out how to network everything and put it all together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not overly complicated, right?
No, it's not super complicated.
No, that's what.
I think if you got a brain, at least you can do it.
Now you're gonna be on the spot.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go home and do it. It's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us on your hard work.
Thanks.
All right, so that is gonna do it for the end of day 2. What a fantastic day. These guys care about what they're doing. So if you are in their area, the northwestern suburbs of Chicago, and you're looking for someone to help you with your water feature or someone to create a brand new water feature, these guys care about what they're doing, and they care so much that they gave up a full week to come and learn from us. I gotta say, I'm super proud of my team. Each one of our guys has stepped up and has begun teaching this craft to other people. So it's really fun for me to see that the way that we taught Justin taught Brad taught Aiden, and Aiden is now teaching some new people. It is so fun that that kind of is continuing to happen. So I love it. I love that we're feeling so much self-worth by being able to give this information to others. It really helps us feel like we have something to offer the world, because this is a great living, it is a great life, and when people start seeing what it is we do more and more and more in person, it really is something that once you feel it, you really get a sense of what it is we do for people. Sitting today having a lunch party, even though I didn't eat much of the lunch, I was fasting today, it was still incredible to be there with our client, to be there with my team, and to see a successful water feature that we built operating just how we wanted it to. I gotta say, this waterfall is looking fantastic. We're getting some sweet twists and turns. I love what our team is doing this year. We are really making some cool stuff happening. Instead of doing sets of 3 rocks all the time for our waterfalls, we're starting to do sets of 2, and we're really getting some cool things to happen by doing that. All right, well, that is the start of day 3. We've got a lot ahead of us. I am excited. We're gonna bring this waterfall to life at some point today. We've got a lot ahead of us though. We've got lights, gravel, detail work, hiding liner, bringing in mulch, planting some perennials, cleanup, loading machines, loading mats, and trying to make it look like we weren't here except for this awesome water feature. All right, guys are working on controlling which way the water is gonna go by foaming and gravel techniques. It's looking really good. Doing shoreline work to really break up these big boulders and make it look like they were always here. Looks like Brad's teaching some hiding a liner up there. How you feeling, Elliot?
Good.
Yeah, you think something you can do?
Yeah.
Good. Josh, you feeling it? You excited to plug it in? Yeah, that'll happen before you know it. Right now, the client had hired us to do the plantings around the water feature as well, so we came up with a fair planting budget, and then she sent me a list of what her favorites were, and I was able to get a lot of those favorites. I think she sent me a list of 14 different varieties that she liked. I was able to get 7 of those varieties. The other ones just didn't look good, or I couldn't find them at the supplier. They were out of stock. So I wanted to make sure I got stuff that was really healthy looking and looking really good. And in the contract, it states, you know, it'd be about 25 perennials, 15 to 25. We ended up with 33. So it's going to end up looking really cool. We got this awesome, like, I like to call it a showpiece pine, this Uncle Fogey. It's really going to help us break up that look of where the waterfall's coming from. And then when you're planting a garden, what I was trying to teach Elliot and Josh is the way we try to plant it is we're trying to think of how it's going to look not just now, but how it's going to look in the future as well. And so we like to do a lot of clusters, because as you're going around in nature, you see a lot of clusters, because a mature plant will take itself to seed. It'll drop seeds in the area, and then more plants grow in that area, and it kind of turns into clusters. And so we like to do clusters of similar things, and we like to pay attention to our heights as well. So we're not blocking any of the views of the waterfall from the way you're looking at it from and the way you're approaching it, so that it really invites you to come and look at it. In this case, we're gonna put a couple of coneflowers over there. We're gonna bring that bench right up here so that you can sit and look down at your waterfall, or you can look at it from all the way over there. Hey, young guy, you get the honors. You gotta plug it in. Plug it in. It's just sitting right there on the rock, that box. Go ahead and plug it in. That's cool. All right, now that the waterfall has come to life, we check around the edges like Brad and Aiden are doing right now. They're looking for any low spots, looking at any trouble, and then they're backfilling any spots that might need a little soil to make sure that we are ready for any settling. But man, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. We're gonna plant it, we're gonna get some mulch around it, and then we're gonna show it off to you guys yet this afternoon. Man, I love my job. All right, well, we've got all of our mulch in. We did a rinse down. It is looking fantastic. The homeowner has been in Africa while we've been here. We've been videotaping each other and sending smartphone messages back and forth. And I'm really excited for them to come home and check it out, because we have brought in some guys from Illinois to help us. As you saw, you've gotten to know Elliot and Josh. What do you guys think?
It's awesome, man. Beautiful. I love it.
Are you ready to say it with me?
Yeah.
Project number 11 complete. Check this out. Sponsored by Pond King Water Gardens. Living works of art, 1 yard at a time.